tablecloth of Jesus was the best scientists in the world today cannot explain how there is a molecular image in the shroud linen of Turin.
Throughout history, humans have discovered ancient artifacts that hold great power and mystery, objects that amaze, fascinate, and sometimes even scare us. But why do even the most rational scientists approach these relics with caution? In this video, we'll explore the strange history behind some of these ancient relics. Let's dive in. Codex Gigas. The Codex Gigas, often called the Devil's Bible, is the largest known medieval manuscript, measuring approximately 92 centimeters tall and weighing around 75 kilograms. Created on 320 vellum pages, which required the skins of about 160 animals, it stands as a monumental achievement of medieval craftsmanship and scholarship, reflecting the intellectual and cultural milieu of its time. The manuscript is famed for its intricate illuminations and elaborate decorations. Pages are adorned with colorful illustrations in red, blue, yellow, green, and gold, with highly detailed illuminated capital letters spanning entire pages. Among its most striking features is a full-page depiction of the devil, portrayed as a menacing figure with claws and horns. This dramatic image has contributed to the Codex Gigas's nickname and its enduring association with supernatural lore. Believed to have been written between 1204 and 1230 CE in the Kingdom of Bohemia, modern-day Czech Republic, the manuscript is traditionally linked to the Podlazic monastery, although definitive evidence of its production there is lacking. It is often attributed to a monk named Herman the Recluse, who, according to legend, created the manuscript under extraordinary circumstances. The story recounts that Herman, facing the punishment of immurement for breaking his monastic vows, vowed to produce a book containing all human knowledge in a single night. Unable to complete the task alone, he is said to have summoned the devil for assistance, offering his soul in exchange for help in achieving the manuscript. While the legend adds an air of mystery to the Codex Gigas, historians dismiss these tales as folklore, likely inspired by the manuscript's imposing size and the eerie depiction of the devil. Its contents, however, are far from sinister. The Codex Gigas includes a wide array of texts, such as the Latin Vulgate Bible, excluding Acts and Revelation, historical writings by Flavius Josephus, Isidore of Seville's Etymologiae, medical treatises, and liturgical texts. This diverse collection indicates its purpose as a comprehensive reference, blending religious, historical, and practical knowledge. Crystal skulls. The crystal skulls are quartz carvings shaped like human skulls, often made from clear or milky white rock crystal. While some claim these artifacts are pre-Columbian creations linked to the Aztec or Maya civilizations, scientific investigations have revealed that most were crafted in the 19th century, primarily in Europe. This period was marked by a fascination with ancient cultures and a flourishing market for forged artifacts. The legend of the crystal skulls emerged in the late 19th century when several specimens appeared in Europe and America. A key figure in their proliferation was Eugene Bobin, a French antiquarian who sold crystal skulls to museums and exhibited them at expositions. His activities coincided with a growing demand for artifacts from ancient civilizations, often leading to the creation of forgeries. Bobin himself noted the remarkable craftsmanship of these fakes, which were so skillfully made that they almost defied detection. Scientific studies have thoroughly debunked the idea that crystal skulls are authentic Mesoamerican relics. Geologists like William Foshag have shown that many were carved using rotary drills and other modern tools unavailable to pre-Columbian cultures. Some skulls also contain chlorite inclusions, indicating origins in Madagascar or Brazil, regions unknown to ancient Mesoamerican peoples. Further analysis has traced the manufacture of many crystal skulls to workshops in Idar-Oberstein, Germany, a center for quartz craftsmanship in the 19th century. These findings align with evidence suggesting that the skulls were made for European collectors rather than as genuine artifacts of Mesoamerican origin. Despite their lack of authenticity, crystal skulls have captivated the public imagination and gained a significant following in New Age circles. Many enthusiasts attribute mystical powers to the skulls, such as healing abilities or the power to predict the future. Media portrayals. such as the film Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, have further romanticized their supposed ancient significance, ensuring their place in popular culture. Voynich manuscript. One such artifact is the Voynich manuscript, a mysterious book from the early 15th century, carbon dated to 1404-1438. It has puzzled scholars, cryptographers, and enthusiasts since it was found in the early 20th century. Thought to have been created during the Italian Renaissance, its true origins are unknown. The manuscript has about 240 pages, though some are missing, and it is written in an unreadable language called Voynichese. Despite years of effort, no one has been able to decipher it, leading to many different theories. The manuscript is divided into 6 sections, each with different types of drawings: plants, stars and planets, biology, the cosmos, medicine, and a section with recipes. The plant section makes up half of the book and shows 113 plant illustrations, some of which look familiar while others are made up. This section has led people to wonder if the plants had medicinal uses, but none can be linked to known species from that time. The astronomy section shows pictures of stars and zodiac signs, while the cosmology section has complex circular patterns. The biology section includes pictures of women bathing, which some think may reflect health practices. The pharmaceutical section contains images of jars and bottles, possibly linked to alchemy or medicine. Over the years, people have come up with many ideas about the manuscript's purpose. Some think it's a medical book because of the plants and health-related pictures, while others believe it might be a secret code or an elaborate trick. Recent theories suggest it could be written using Latin abbreviations or other languages, but these have been mostly dismissed because they don't make sense. Studies of the text suggest it's not random writing, but content in an unknown language. There's also evidence that different people might have written it, using different dialects or secret codes, making it even harder to understand. Despite decades of study, including attempts by famous codebreakers during both World Wars, the Voynich manuscript has never been solved. Its mix of detailed pictures, complicated structure, and strange language keeps it a fascinating mystery for both experts and casual fans. Shroud of Turin. Another well-known relic is the Shroud of Turin, a linen cloth with the faint image of a man who seems to have been crucified. Many believe it is the burial cloth of Jesus Christ. The shroud is about 4.4 meters long and 1.1 meters wide, and it has fascinated both believers and skeptics for centuries. The first known appearance of the shroud was in 1354 when it was shown in Lire, France, owned by a knight named Geoffroy de Charnay. Even though a bishop named Pierre d'Arcy claimed the shroud was a fake created by an artist, it grew in popularity and was purchased by the House of Savoy in 1453. The shroud survived a fire in 1532 and was later moved to Turin in 1578, where it remains today. The Vatican assumed ownership of the shroud in 1983, but has refrained from affirming its authenticity as Christ's burial cloth. Scientific efforts to determine its age and origin have sparked both fascination and controversy. Carbon-14 dating conducted in 1988 suggested the cloth originated between 1260 and 1390 CE, casting doubt on its authenticity. However, these results have faced criticism, with claims that contamination from repairs and fire damage may have skewed the findings. Recent investigations have offered new insights. In 2022, wide-angle X-ray scattering (WAX-S) analysis suggested structural degradations in the linen consistent with samples dated to 55-74 CE, supporting the possibility that the shroud dates to the time of Christ. The method and origin of the image on the shroud remain a mystery. Some researchers hypothesize that it was formed by a burst of energy or radiation, possibly linked to phenomena like the Holy Fire of Jerusalem, while others argue for natural or artistic explanations. The Shroud of Turin continues to be a focal point for both religious devotion and scientific inquiry. While debates about its authenticity persist, it serves as a bridge between faith and science, inspiring research, documentaries, and theological discussions. For many, the shroud remains a deeply significant artifact within the Christian tradition, symbolizing the intersection of historical mystery and spiritual belief. Terracotta Army. The Terracotta Army is one of the most important archaeological discoveries, consisting of thousands of life-size clay soldiers, horses and chariots buried near the tomb of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. This vast underground army was unearthed in 1974 when farmers, including Yang Jifa, were digging a well during a drought. They discovered fragments of clay figures and bronze arrowheads, prompting an investigation by local archaeologist Zhao Kangmin, who identified the artifacts as part of an extraordinary burial complex. Further excavations revealed 3 main pits containing approximately 8,000 soldiers, 670 horses, 130 chariots, and numerous weapons and artifacts. Excavations have continued since the initial discovery, with new findings regularly emerging. For instance, in January 2025, archaeologists uncovered over 20 additional warriors, including a general and a middle-ranking officer. These ongoing discoveries underscore the site's historical and cultural significance, as well as its sheer scale. Qin Shi Huang, who unified China in 221 BCE and founded the Qin dynasty, is remembered for transformative reforms such as standardizing weights, measures, and written script to promote communication and trade. However, his rule was also marked by harsh laws and suppression of dissent. Obsessed with immortality, he constructed an elaborate tomb complex with the Terracotta Army intended to guard him in the afterlife. The construction likely began soon after he came to power and continued until he died in 210 BCE. The Terracotta Army showcases the advanced craftsmanship of the time. Each figure, made from locally sourced clay, was assembled from separately fired sections and modeled with extraordinary detail, with no 2 faces identical. The figures' heights vary by rank, with generals taller than foot soldiers, and they were originally painted in vibrant colors to denote rank and role. Although much of the pigment has faded due to exposure, the intricate detailing remains evident. The site also contains artifacts such as bronze weapons, including bows, arrows, spears, and swords, that remain sharp due to advanced metallurgical techniques. Wooden chariots further illustrate the military organization of Qin Shi Huang's era. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Terracotta Army has significantly shaped global perceptions of ancient China. Its museum complex near Xi'an has drawn millions of visitors since opening in 1979 and continues to serve as a hub for research into Chinese history and culture. Antikythera mechanism. The Antikythera mechanism, often called the world's first analog computer, showcases the extraordinary technological and intellectual achievements of ancient Greece. Discovered by sponge divers in 1900, its significance became evident in 1902 when Greek archaeologist Valerios Steis noticed a gear embedded in a corroded lump of metal. This finding spurred further investigations, revealing the object as a complex mechanical device composed of numerous gears and inscriptions. Initially dismissed as a simple navigational or astrological tool, closer examination revealed the mechanism's incredible complexity. It contains at least 30 intricate gears designed to simulate the movements of celestial bodies with remarkable accuracy. Among its features is epicyclic gearing, an advanced concept allowing it to model planetary orbits and retrograde motion, demonstrating a sophisticated understanding of celestial mechanics well ahead of its time. Dating to around 100 BCE, the Antikythera mechanism is believed to have been crafted in a Hellenistic workshop, possibly on Rhodes or Pergamon. Its construction aligns with descriptions in ancient texts, such as those by Cicero, who mentioned similar devices used for astronomical purposes. The mechanism likely served both educational and practical purposes, helping predict celestial events vital for agriculture, religious festivals, and possibly navigation. While the exact purpose of the Antikythera mechanism remains debated, theories suggest it functioned as an astronomical calendar, a planetarium, or even an astrological tool. The inscriptions on its surface hint that it may have also been used to teach students about astronomy, further underscoring its role as a sophisticated and multi-purpose device in the ancient world. Sutton Hoo Treasure. The Sutton Hoo treasure site gained prominence when landowner Edith Pretty enlisted local archaeologist Basil Brown in 1939 to investigate mysterious mounds on her estate. Brown's initial excavations uncovered iron rivets and fragments, revealing the remnants of a ship burial. Further digging revealed a burial chamber within the ship, complete with timber walls and a pitched roof. The excavation, conducted under the looming threat of World War II, required ingenuity, with Brown using tools like coal shovels and pastry brushes to unearth the site. Over several weeks, archaeologists unearthed 263 artifacts, including gold, garnet, silver, bronze, and textiles. Among the most remarkable finds were a ceremonial helmet, a gold belt buckle, ornate shoulder clasps, a finely crafted sword, and a purse containing 37 gold coins from Francia. These coins helped date the burial to around 625 CE. The richness of the artifacts reflected the immense status and wealth of the individual buried at Sutton Hoo. The burial provides a window into Anglo-Saxon beliefs about death and the afterlife, highlighting complex social hierarchies and extensive trade networks connecting England with Scandinavia, Francia, and the Byzantine Empire. Luxurious items like silverware and fine textiles suggest the deceased was a person of significant importance, likely a leader or warrior. Martin Carver, a Sutton Hoo expert, described the ship burial as a furnished mini-hall containing personal belongings intended for the afterlife, a practice echoed in the epic poem Beowulf. Sutton Hoo has become a cornerstone for understanding Anglo-Saxon history. Continued excavations have offered deeper insights into burial customs and societal structures of the time. Now managed by the National Trust, Sutton Hoo stands as one of Britain's most important archaeological sites, preserving the legacy of a transformative period in English history. Stonehenge. Stonehenge, situated on Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire, England, is one of the world's most iconic prehistoric monuments. Its construction began around 3100 BCE with a circular earthwork enclosure featuring a ditch and bank. This early phase served as a cremation cemetery, as evidenced by human remains found at the site. By 2500 BCE, large sarsen stones were erected to form the stone circle that defines Stonehenge today. Building Stonehenge required advanced organization and labor, showcasing the engineering skills of the Beaker folk, known for its distinctive pottery. They transported bluestones from quarries in South Wales, over 150 miles away, and locally sourced sarsen stones, demonstrating their expertise in quarrying and civil engineering. The purpose of Stonehenge has been debated for centuries, with several theories proposed. One widely accepted theory is its role as an astronomical observatory. The alignment of the stones with the summer solstice sunrise and winter solstice sunset suggests it was used to track seasonal changes, likely aiding agricultural planning. Another theory posits that Stonehenge was a sacred site for rituals or funerary practices, as indicated by the cremated remains discovered there. Some researchers proposed that Stonehenge was a center for healing, attracting visitors who believed in its spiritual properties. Archaeological evidence shows people traveled great distances to the site, supporting this idea. Alternatively, it may have functioned as a gathering place for tribes or communities during significant seasonal events, fostering social cohesion through shared rituals and celebrations. Today, the annual summer solstice celebration at Stonehenge continues to draw thousands who gather to witness the sunrise over the stones, blending modern spirituality with ancient traditions. This enduring connection underscores the monument's timeless fascination and its importance in understanding human history. Roman dodecahedron. The Roman dodecahedron is an enigmatic artifact from the Roman Empire, characterized by its 12 flat pentagonal faces, each punctuated by circular holes or adorned with knobs. The first recorded discovery of a Roman dodecahedron occurred in 1739 near Aston, Hertfordshire, England. Since then, these artifacts have been unearthed across Europe, particularly in regions such as Germany, France, Switzerland, and Britain. The recent discovery at Norton Disney marks the 33rd dodecahedron found in Britain and is notable for its excellent condition and craftsmanship. Made of a copper alloy consisting of approximately 75% copper, 18% lead, and 7% tin, this dodecahedron is larger than many previously discovered examples, which range in size from as small as a golf ball to more substantial dimensions. Each Roman dodecahedron is unique in size, proportions, and design, complicating efforts to classify them as standardized tools. The intricate craftsmanship and diverse construction suggest they held special significance beyond ordinary utility. The circular cutouts on each face and the knobs at the vertices add to their complexity and have fueled speculation about their purpose. The absence of any direct mention of dodecahedrons in Roman literature, art, or records deepens the mystery surrounding their function. Over the years, scholars have proposed various theories to explain their use. Some suggest that they were military objects, possibly serving as banner ornaments or measuring devices, although their inconsistent sizes challenge this interpretation. Others believe that they had a religious or ritualistic role, as many dodecahedrons have been discovered near temple sites or in contexts suggestive of ceremonial significance. The discovery of a dodecahedron alongside a figurine of a mounted rider god at the Norton Disney site lends weight to the idea that these artifacts were associated with spiritual or ceremonial practices. Their high-quality casting and the minimal wear found on many specimens indicate that they were not everyday tools, but rather objects reserved for specific, possibly sacred purposes. Richard Parker, representing the Norton Disney History and Archaeology Group, noted that the effort and skill required to create these artifacts strongly suggest a ceremonial or symbolic function. While their exact purpose remains uncertain, the Roman dodecahedron continues to intrigue archaeologists and historians, standing as a testament to the ingenuity and cultural complexity of the Roman Empire. Dead Sea Scrolls. The discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls began in November 1946, when a young Bedouin shepherd named Mohammed Ed-Dib found a cave while searching for a lost goat. Inside, he and his companions discovered jars containing ancient scrolls, including significant texts like the Isaiah scroll and the Habakkuk commentary. These scrolls were brought to market, where they caught the attention of scholars, including John C. Trevor from the American Schools of Oriental Research, ASOR, who recognized their importance and initiated further investigation into their origins. Subsequent explorations led to the discovery of around 15,000 fragments from 11 caves. Archaeologists like Roland de Vaux uncovered not only the scrolls, but also the nearby settlement at Qumran, believed to have been home to a Jewish sect known as the Essenes. The scrolls were carefully catalogued, revealing a diverse collection of texts, including biblical manuscripts, sectarian writings, and community rules. These scrolls offer a glimpse into Jewish life during a period of political upheaval and religious diversity. They reflect various theological perspectives within Judaism before the rise of Christianity. The Qumran community, thought to have formed around 100 BCE, likely sought to live by strict interpretations of Jewish law and held an apocalyptic worldview, which is evident in many of the scrolls. Among the oldest known copies of biblical books, the scrolls include Genesis, Exodus, Psalms, and Isaiah. They help scholars understand the transmission and interpretation of biblical literature within different Jewish groups. Non-biblical texts, like the Community Rule and War Scroll, provide insight into the beliefs and practices of the Qumran community. Since their discovery, the Dead Sea Scrolls have had a significant impact on scholarly research and popular culture, reshaping our understanding of early Judaism and its connection to Christianity. They have sparked interest through museum exhibitions, documentaries, and books, which explore their historical context and significance. The ongoing study of these texts continues to shed light on ancient religious practices and beliefs. Today, most of the scrolls are housed in the Shrine of the Book at the Israel Museum in Jerusalem. Due to concerns about deterioration from light exposure and environmental factors, preservation efforts are ongoing. Digital initiatives have also been launched, allowing high-resolution images to be shared online for global study, without compromising the scroll's physical integrity. Neolithic stone balls. Neolithic stone balls are a fascinating group of artifacts that have captured the interest of archaeologists and historians since their discovery. Over 500 examples have been identified, primarily from Scotland, especially Aberdeenshire, where most of these carved stone balls were found. Made from materials like sandstone, granite, and other local stones, these balls feature designs that often include circular knobs or bosses symmetrically arranged around their surfaces. The number of knobs can vary, ranging from 3 to over 100, suggesting diverse styles and potentially different functions. The craftsmanship of these artifacts points to a significance beyond mere utility. Many of the balls exhibit intricate designs and symmetry, indicating they may have had symbolic or social value. Some were likely used in rituals or served as status symbols among elite members of Neolithic communities. For example, the discovery of polished stone balls at a burial site on the Orkney island of Sanday supports the idea that these objects were linked to important social practices. The purpose of Neolithic stone balls remains mysterious, leading to several theories. Some researchers believe they were used as weapons or tools, possibly as projectiles or part of hunting equipment, due to blunt force trauma found on skeletal remains in archaeological sites. However, the lack of wear or damage on many of the balls challenges this interpretation. Another theory suggests that these balls symbolize status and power within Neolithic society. The elaborate designs and varying sizes may have signified prestige, aligning with broader patterns of wealth and competition observed in Neolithic cultures. Some scholars also propose that the dodecahedral shapes and carvings may have had ceremonial or ritual significance, potentially representing symbolic motifs related to fertility, protection, or ancestral connections, particularly in burial sites and other ceremonial contexts. Research into these stone balls is ongoing, with advancements in technology, such as 3D scanning and digital modeling, allowing archaeologists to analyze the artifacts without causing damage. These methods enable detailed examinations of surface patterns and inscriptions, offering new insights into their meanings. Excavations at sites like Skara Brae and Ness of Brodgar continue to provide additional context, and as more discoveries are made, researchers hope to uncover the true significance of these enigmatic objects. Thank you for watching the video to the end. If you liked it, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel to enjoy more similar content. We'd love to hear your thoughts on which of these mysterious artifacts in the comments. Until next time.